Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to part 7, I guess, of Bacon Origins. So, we did a few parts as the Necromancer, a few parts as the Death Knight. So, what are we using to finish up Bacon Origins? And I feel it's only fitting. We're going to use a class we've had since nearly the beginning, the Chicken Cow Lord. Jam, sister must see you right away. And we just left him for a whole weekend. Recording wise, basically a whole week. It's fine. He says it's an emergency, and if you can help him now, it'll more than make up for your last attempt. You should head to Mount Beef Olympus as soon as you can. There you are. We have a serious problem. We do? Yes, one of my supplicants has brought word that there are chicken cow eggs outside our nurseries. He heard they were being kept locked away in walled enclosure guarded by a hideous monster. My tents are frantic. The common chicken cows are running around as if their heads were cut off. Okay. Someone's thieving our chicks before they even hatched. What kind of person would do something like that? You can find out who's behind this, return our unhatched young. I would not be the only one indebted to you. For you, Zooster, anything. This doesn't convince him I'm worthy, nothing will. Chicalves are far too adorable to let anything happen to them. I'd be happy to help. Can I sneak by? I cannot. So, we have Chicken, Book It, Run, and Flee, all useless. Feather Bomb, Egg Beater, Super Chicken Dance of Defense, Hot Wings, and Mad Chicken Cow Attack. Of course, Mad Chicken Cow Attack's where we're going first. And it is enough to kill. This guy, weak to shrink in nature. Let's try a Feather Bomb. That is a nature attack, interestingly enough. I say, we're not super worried. We have Nova as a backup. I don't have any multi-hits unless Egg Beater is. Egg Beater is not. So. I believe it's just a regular attack as their regular. Doesn't even give me back mana. It has not been updated since. But we will be fine. We are still in book 1, after all. And Hot Wings. A fire-based attack could be pretty helpful. It appears to... It could just be luck. We've just got 2 crits in a row. I think it's a guaranteed crit, which is pretty good. A guaranteed crit and a multi-hit. Oh, it's not a guaranteed crit. Okay, it was just pure luck. It does still seem to do increased damage though. So that is at least nice. I feel we did Feather Bomb, didn't we? Yeah, okay, it's a nature attack, that's right. And that's Chicken Cow Lord. There was a long time ago, back when I originally played this, an issue with that move and how it triggered special. Oh, your light resist. Well, that's still fine. And they had a weapon that could hit for really, really high damage if it triggered that effect. So we're gonna go to the Road to Ruin. I think that's safe. So I would equip, I think it was like Firebrand or something, and just burn through things because it was one of the very few like 12 hit attacks. So as long as you could trigger it at any of those 12 hits, you just melted the face off of anything you were fighting. So it was a very fun... Oh. Not stare directly into the sun or the eyes of oversized snake-haired monsters. Interesting. 5 actions to sneak in. I kind of just If I Titan battle, I lose chicken cow. So let's sneak it. Now if I can just sneak past it and find a hidden entrance, it should be simple. Intelligence bonus. We did it. See a small gate behind those mysteriously sparkly bushes. Now just edge past that thing and see, it doesn't see. Complete the quest to enter the garden. Whoever built this must have had a green thumb. I honestly thought there would be some more to it than just, okay, you're done. We got a sparkle pony. Oh my god, it's so cute. But that does indeed unlock inside the garden. I kind of wanna. Let's do inside the garden first. We can always come back and fight that one right at the end of the episode. It'll be fine. What are you doing here? I can't wait to hear what you discovered inside the garden. Yeah, it's like, okay, we snuck past them and we found our way into the garden. Well, better leave and report our progress to Valencia. That makes no sense. Come on. Oh, I'm not surprised. My thumbs are quite normal, actually. Unless I hit them with something. Then they're a pretty awesome shade of pulsing blue-purple. Not green, though. Sorry, never seen that color. Except that time I was enhancing Warlock's spare bathrobe with that dye. That hardly counts. Cicero? What are you doing here? Waiting for inspiration to strike me. For inspiration, I mean one of those eggs up there in this tree. No, I mean what are you doing here in this garden? It's my garden. Why wouldn't I be here? You have a garden? What? I have things. Why wouldn't I have things? Recently I discovered one of them was a garden. Could have sworn it was an outhouse before, but hey, you work with what you got. But what's it for? Plants, I think? Or planting plants. Looks like a lot of my nature-based magical experiments have out of here. You see that schnozberry bush over there? They taste like schnozberries. Understandably. Ever heard of a schnozberry? No one. But I had this dream, and after an afternoon of our workshop. Wait, did you say you're waiting for an egg to fall? Yeah, look up. This tree seems to be full of them. Look pretty ripe, too. Do eggs get ripe? I mean, if they go bad, yeah. They get very ripe. But there are chicken cow eggs growing on this tree. That's what it looks like to me, too. Pretty big. Bet one would make 3 omelets. And what a tree. It sprung up last week. Shortly after I spilled that sparkly pink stuff on my plate of fried eggs, I think. Tossed my ruined breakfast out the window. Since, for some reason, Warlock says the library isn't the right place for storing ruined food. I'd argue that the ruined food cabinet was already full, but he wouldn't have it. Why would chicken cow eggs grow on trees? That makes no sense. Sure it does. You just need to look at it the right way. Fruit comes from trees, right? Yes. And chicken cow eggs come from chicken cows, right? I never really wanted to think about it, but I suppose that's logical. So a chicken cow egg is a chicken cow tree seed. Same thing or close enough for government work. The tree just needed a little convincing to see things this way. This one's bearing chicken cow fruit. Makes sense to me. But, so this tree is a chicken cow? Of course not, it's a tree. You need glasses. As soon as they fall, breakfast is mine. Just need to wait for one to drop. And I've got nothing better to do. And I'm hungry. So they wait. Any minute now. After a few minutes. Oh, and a few more minutes. I missed that thing, but I think it was just ... Getting very hungry now. Shake, 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 do 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 do. Shake, 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 do do. Ow. You think you can just fall on me? We'll see about that. So yeah, I have to go introduce this egg to my pals. Skillet, fork, and ketchup. Cicero, wait. Fine, no ketchup. Can I take the other eggs back to Zooster? Yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. Before one of these soon-to-be scrambled eggs does it for you. One last question. That gigantic snake lady, what was she here for? She's guarding the garden, of course. You see what I got at the back gate? I cannot believe you've done it. Should be able to after everything else I've managed to do for you. You're right. You are a chicken cow lord of rare skill and yes, of incredible worth. We owe you a great deal. Some wanted to think of the children, chick calves. They belong with their parents, not on a tree or as... We don't understand how someone managed to take the eggs. Did you determine that? And the identity of the thief? They weren't actually stolen. I'm not sure how they got into that tree in Cicero's garden, but I'm pretty sure magic powder, a plate of eggs, and a space-time vortex under Warlick's kitchen window had something to do with it. It's Cicero. You don't want to ask too many questions. Very understandable, but the eggs are back, and that's what's important. So please, name your reward, Gem. You do remember why I've been doing all these tasks for you, don't you? Yes, something vaguely about wanting something very important. I have so many supplicants, it's hard to keep track of all those requests, you know? Bacon. I want to know the secret of the element bacon. I've been helping you for months, and you didn't even know why? I was sure you had a good reason. Ah! So, will you tell me the secret of the bacon element now? Of course. Anyone who has served my people so well is more than deserving enough to know one of our most well-kept secrets. I'll prepare the mage priests, though, as the story is really theirs to tell. A letter will be sent to you, to your acquisitive purple-haired friend by the statue when all is ready. You really don't want to know what's guarding the back gate. Her cowl's wrap. Oh, it's a chicken cow cape. Fitting for this one, but I like the lion cape too much. So that just leaves the secret. Zooster says everything is ready. He and Archimoodles Moody's will meet you in the Mage Priest Temple at midnight. He really does take the phrase mysterious to the heart, doesn't he? We've waited long enough. Go find out his secret. Gem, after all you've done, you've earned the right to hear this tale. We ask you not to reveal what we tell to anyone except the woman who sent you on the quest for knowledge. Can do. Alright, viewers, I've not told you this, so we're not allowed to tell anyone that it came from me, alright? You did the quests, Valencia told you. It's that. What's the secret? Waited months to learn this. Chicken cows are not very used to mixing with other residents of Lore. Cluck cluck moo? Man, black is from the past, all these old design. Which is why your people had not had much interaction with us. I want to eat him. We had been flourishing on Lore, though, I can assure you. Life was good, we were successful, and our young chicken cows grew strong. More and more we were thriving and our population increased, both in health and happiness. But we arrived at a point where we were doing too well. The abundance of food began to be a problem. So, we mage priests did what any good followers would do. We decided to beseech our god in hopes that he would have a ready solution to our problem. We prepared a prayer spell which would formally request that Zooster provide us with cheap, easy, and abundant source of nutritious feed. That's a really impressive thing to ask the gods. It would work though if they could request abundant food. Oh, chicken cow. The glyphs for the spell were fairly complex, and an ancient tome had to be consulted to recall how the individual glyphs and runes should appear. In order to ensure the success of the spell, At last all was ready for the ceremony. We gathered the senior apprentices so they may witness the event. Serious the ceremony, ensured they would behave appropriately. Check this out. Can't wait to see old Archer Moody's face. Hi, Wingman, that was righteous. That's impressive that he changed it to that degree. Requested abundant bacon. Muffled scream of rage. We surveyed the strange food our god sent us, but we were quite confused. It's not the corn hay mixture we had been anticipating. One of the most learned priests, Chikoro, bravely tasted a bite of this stuff. That bad, eh? He assured me it was certainly not edible. Oh yes, it might do to feed you humans, but something about it didn't seem right. There was an otherworldly feel to it as he chewed and swallowed. Another priest voiced his concern and asked firstly how such a thing could happen, as our god had never failed us before, and secondly he wondered what exactly was that Zeuster had sent us. I returned to the runes and glyphs to understand where we could have gone wrong. Our god would not have done this to us purposely. I felt we must have made an error in our prayer, and I saw we were correct. I was correct. Huh. Okay, that's request. That's abundant. The glyph for food had been altered. This translates to substance most basic. Or did you understand it, elemental? Oh, stink. And the rune for chicken cow had been changed beyond recognition to what you see there. We've never seen a symbol like this. We can only speculate from this garbled rune the substance that was never known before was created. So, whoops. We knew then that we need to speak to our god directly. Only he could explain what had happened. So what happened then? You can't get off there. You must understand, Jim. When my siblings pray to me, I'm not always paying conscious attention. I never really concentrate with what the constant requests for attention and favor. The nature of my existence allows for shortcuts. If my subconscious hears a request that seems acceptable, it grants it. That is what happened here, because the garbled glyphs, and how that happened we still don't know. Our prayer went awry. So this stuff, it's bacon, and it's an element, and it was a mistake? Yes, you can see why we didn't advertise its creation. Since we couldn't eat it, we had no to do with it, we decided to get rid of it. We knew a black market run by an alpha on the Sansi. Made sure that no one could trace the stuff back to us. Zoom, but he's allergic to bacon. Don't be dramatic. How can one be allergic to something that hadn't existed? It's a smart half-elf, I'm concerned. I'm just sure he's convinced for his health. Have you seen how greasy that stuff is? We're quite surprised when the weapons made of bacon started turning up around more. Discreetly investigated and found the proprietress of the battle arena bought the whole amount of it. And Keela had made weapons from it. You need to be a pretty insane weaponsmith to do that. Indeed. Never heard of a new element just being created. There is much of lore you do not know. One question before I return to Valencia and tell her all this. Ask. If this is a true element, then is there an elemental orb of bacon? Yes, there is. It's not one of the originals, but it does exist. It comes from a place beyond our understanding, outside our reality. A place that smells like breakfast. Get some bacon, weapons. This does not... Oh, it's a spear. It's like a trident with bacon cooked on it. That makes sense. If you are a rogue, too bad. Only mage and... so I can use this, I guess. Bacon Storm. Interesting. I doubt this is worth anything. Like, it doesn't seem too useful. Especially compared to what I currently have equipped. But that it just exists is a surprise. Pegasus. Aww. He's doing his best. Complete quest. That was Bacon Origins. I did not expect to finish it in this one. Wait. Is this not something that was in that shop just... Okay, well, whatever. Keep. And Just left is Gerberus's Revenge, as well as we'll take a look at that snake. But that'll be next time. See you guys then.